Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I'm going to talk about why narcissists can be so nice and then turn so cruel, so wicked, and they could just treat you like they couldn't care less if you were there or not, okay? Well, we're going to get into it today. The narcissist is a manipulator. We all know that. And the narcissist's goal is to go after supply, whatever supply they can get. And narcissists look for different supply depending on their needs, all right? So, of course, in the beginning, the narcissist is going to be nice as pie during the love bombing stage. That's when you're going to see the best of that narcissist. And guess what? You're never going to see that again, okay? People constantly are trying to get back the person who was from the beginning of the relationship, the one that gave them all the attention, the one that showed them so much fake love. And that's why a lot of people stay in it, okay? Because they're trying to get back what was in the beginning, all right? And a lot of victims think that maybe they did something to turn the narcissist off. Maybe it was me. Maybe I need to not question them enough. Maybe, I need to make myself better. Maybe I need to look better, this, that, and I'll get back that person that I had in the beginning. But what you don't understand is no matter what you would have done, the narcissist was still going to turn cruel, because this is what happens with narcissists. They turn cruel, and I'm going to give you the reasons why they do. In the beginning, the reason the narcissist was so nice to you, calling you every day, keeping you on the phone for hours, was because of one of two reasons. One, it was 100% calculated. That narcissist saw something in you that they wanted. Maybe they wanted to move into your house. Maybe they wanted money. Maybe they saw you had money. Maybe they saw you were successful, okay? And narcissists want to cling on to you because they feel you could be a come up for them. You could do something for them. You could set them up in a business, or you can give them money, handouts, right? The other reason why the narcissist was so nice to you in the beginning was because they were lusting you, okay? The narcissist was lusting you. And the narcissist, during that lustful period, that narcissist built you up in their head to be something that you're not, okay? They fantasized about you. Not only do they build a fantasy in your mind about who they are to try to win you over and hook you, but they're also fantasizing about you, thinking that you're something that you're not, okay? And as the relationship goes on, narcissists just find things wrong with people, okay? It's like you can never win with a narcissist because they will always pick you apart. They will always find things they don't like about you or that annoy them, okay? Because they're extremely critical and judgmental. But God forbid you ever judge them or criticize them, they will snap out at you, okay? Or run into a silent treatment. So the thing is this, all right? They're nice in the beginning because they want something, okay? If they're lusting you, they want to have plenty of sex with you. If they're nice to you, they're after a money supply, or basically maybe you're giving them attention in the beginning, all right? So the narcissist is also nice in the beginning because they don't know you that well, all right? And again, they build a fantasy up in their minds about who you are and how you're going to make them happy, all right? And then when they see that it's not what they thought, you're not who they thought because you're a human being who has feelings like everybody else in the world, or, you have limitations. You're not just going to let the narcissist walk all over you or step on you. They don't like it, okay? They don't like to be challenged. They don't like to be questioned. So the minute that you challenge that narcissist, question that narcissist, give it back to that narcissist, you become enemy number one, okay? It's like a no-win situation, you guys, all right? It's like if you open up your mouth to them, they're going to have it for you, all right? If you say anything that narcissist does, you ever question them on anything, that's it. You're done. You got a scarlet letter on you. You become enemy number one. But if you take the other approach and you just, give them whatever they want, and this is the other thing that a lot of people do. They let the narcissist walk all over them because they feel like, well, if I give them a lot of love, they won't fight with me. They'll love me more. But see, the problem is the narcissist is going to respect you even less. The narcissist is going to look at you like you're desperate. Look at you. You have no spine. You have no backbone. You're not standing up for yourself. See, they hate people who stand up to them, but they also respect it, believe it or not, okay? But it doesn't mean that they want to stay with you. But if you just let the narcissist do whatever they want to do, they're really going to treat you like a dog. They really are going to treat you like a dog because they feel like you allow it. Look at you. Look at you. That's why people say, why are they so nasty or mean to the people that are the nicest to them? Because they feel you're a sucker, okay? Basically, they feel you're a sucker, that you don't see through the game and you're allowing them to step all over you, okay? And so they also feel like you're very naive. So, they feel like you're a sucker. That's what the narcissist thinks. So again, you guys, it's a no-win situation with the narcissist because they're not fair. They're not partial. All right. And everybody is used temporarily by the narcissist. Everybody has an expiration date as to how long the narcissist will stay nice to them. Okay. This is why narcissists can't keep friends, because they start out by being really nice, okay? If you ever had a narcissistic friend, one of the things you're going to notice about them is they were extremely nice in the beginning, okay? And that's how they suck you in. And then you realize that they're a basic snake that talks about you behind your back, that's jealous of you, that's trying to sabotage you, all right? But they all were extremely, extremely nice, nicer than the average Joe in the beginning, right? I remember when I met a very narcissistic girlfriend, and I remember she was we were out one time and she was there and she was like laughing and giggling. And I'm like, wow, this girl's really cool. She's so outgoing. She's so friendly, and like we hit it off instantly. We became like really, really good friends, only to realize that she was the biggest snake going. Okay. She was, sexting with my boyfriend behind my back. She was smearing me to my other friends. I had other friends coming back and telling me what she was saying and everything. It was all the fake phoniness, okay? Fake, phony narcissist. And this is what they do. They're really, really nice. That's why I say to people, you got to watch out for these people that are over the top nice. And I get the trolls that come back at me and say, oh, well, you can't do that. You can't just say because somebody's nice, they're a narcissist. Hello, I didn't say that. I didn't say because somebody's nice, they're a narcissist. But what I did say is you have to question when somebody is over the top nice, because it could be, and most of the time it is, a fake, phony facade. All right. They don't know you, right? They don't know you. So now what are they doing? They're portraying they're this great person. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, how are you? Ha, laughing. Oh, you look great. You're so beautiful. Oh, we got to get together. Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, wow, this person's really, really nice, right? Well, sometimes that's the narcissist, okay? A lot of times that's the narcissist. The ones that's the nicest one in the room to you could be the narcissist. But you got to vet them out to see if it is or if it really is a nice person, all right? But you don't take people at face value. You have to see how they act over a period of time. And that's how you're going to know if they're genuine or if they're a fake, phony narcissist, right? So Why are narcissists so nice in the beginning and so cruel in the end? Because in the beginning, they wanted you, they needed you, okay? Now let's talk about how they switch up, all right? Narcissists are extremely sensitive. So when you challenge the narcissist or you come back at the narcissist, they are going to have it out for you and they're going to be cruel to you, all right? They're going to be cruel to you. And you may not even have done anything that bad, and they'll still be cruel to you. And I'm going to tell you the other reason why they get cruel to you, all right? Is because once the fantasy bursts, the bubble bursts, all right? You're no longer who they thought you were, all right? Now they grow to hate you. Narcissists will grow to hate you if they feel like you weren't what they thought you were supposed to be, okay? And they're going to get angry and they're going to think like you misled them, okay? This is the sick mindset. They're going to think that you misled them, all right? And that's why a lot of them will call you the narcissist or say, you are the liar or you misled them. Now, you guys, I'm going to give you 2 more reasons why that narcissist got extremely cruel to you at the end. And this is brought to you by Yaz from the Game Exposed, okay? This is for all the AIs that copy me. I have to put these little inserts in, you guys. It's like ridiculous. But moving along, the 2 reasons why the narcissist, the 2 biggest reasons why the narcissist was extremely cruel to you in the end is, number 1, they got bored with you. Okay? I mean, it is a struggle when dealing with a narcissist to keep them interested, to keep them excited about you. I'll never forget, when I was younger and I was living in the city, and one of my girlfriends, we were going out all the time, and she said to me, she said, it is so hard to keep that spark going. She said, you meet somebody, it's great in the beginning, she says, and then all of a sudden, they don't care or they move on to the next, whatever. She said, because you're dealing with a narcissist, all right? You're dealing with a narcissist. They're not looking to grow with you. They're looking to use you. So the narcissist is going to get bored with whoever they're with, all right? It doesn't matter. You could dress sexy for them. You could look great. You could be at your best. But guess what? You're still the same slice of pizza to that narcissist, and they want variety, okay? They want variety. They want excitement. Even if you try to, it's like these therapists when people go to marriage counselors, right? And the relationship's in trouble, and a lot of times it's because one of the partners is a narcissist and they're bored with whoever they got. And so they're treating them like shit. Okay. So they're like, okay, let's go to marriage counseling, right? Which, 9 times out of 10 never works for a lot of people. And why? Because one of the partners is a narcissist and they don't see anything wrong with their behavior. So what does the marriage therapist say to them? You guys really need to go on date night. Okay, you need to go on date night like once a week and everything. You need to bring that spark back into your relationship. All right, well, this may work if you're dealing with a normal person. But if you're dealing with a narcissist, okay, date night ain't gonna do shit, all right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you may go out with the narcissist, you might have a good date night with them, but then the narcissist doesn't care about how much you put into that date night because they're fucking bored with you, all right? They get bored with people. So they're just going to go through the motions and it's still going to break down, all right? And at that point, too, here's the other reason why they're so cruel to you. Because they got somebody else, okay? They got somebody else. So now they don't give a fuck about you, all right? They're just hanging in there because the more supply, the better, all right? The more supply, the better. Or they don't want to dump you because they don't want to deal with that shame, so they're just going to make you miserable. They'll come breadcrumb you, see you whenever, to the point where you just get rid of them and reverse discard, right? And this way they could say, well, you let go of them, you let go of them. And in the meantime, they may still be getting a little supply out of you, maybe a little sex out of you, which is something different from the other supply on the side, all right? But they're going to treat you like an old rag. Yeah, this is what they're going to do. They're going to treat you like an old rag. Why? Because the fucking narcissist is independent. They have another supply. So now they don't care. They don't care. So the more independent that narcissist is, the more supply they have, the more they're going to treat you like shit because they don't need you, okay? It's a supply and demand, all right? This is like economics, supply and demand. So when the narcissist has a lot of supply, they're more independent and they'll be less likely to want something with you, and they'll be more independent and feel they could talk to you any which way and be cruel to you because they have somebody to bounce to, all right? They have somebody to bounce to. Also, they're going to get cruel because they're going to pick on every little thing you do. They're going to judge you. They're going to judge you about how you are with their family if you don't kiss their family's ass, all right? Narcissists, they want you to be like butter when it comes to their family, but when they come see your family, a lot of them are cold, distant, especially the covert narcissist, all right? So it's always a double standard when you're dealing with a narcissist. And they'll find little things that they don't like about you. Like I said, how you cook, how you clean, how you dress, how you respond, right? I just saw this like on 90 Day Fiancé. Okay, this chick, she's a nice girl. She's from the Ukraine, and she's married to this guy who is very much narcissistic, okay? Very narcissistic. And she's beautiful. This girl is beautiful, all right? And he's constantly putting her down. And you know why he's putting her down? Because he's insecure, all right? He's an insecure man, an insecure person that feels threatened by her, okay? And then he makes a comment to her. Now, this girl, mind you, is maybe 29, 30, and he says something to her like, oh, you're getting up there. You get like, are you kidding me? This girl is drop dead gorgeous, but he just had to give her a dig and everything like that. So in this episode at 90 Day Fiancé, right? She was trying to convey to him that somebody was talking about her, and he was so nasty and snippy, and he's like, well, if you're going to let somebody talk about you that way, he's like, then don't bring it up to me or something like real nasty, no empathy for the fact that she was bringing a concern up about one of her friends talking about her, okay? Like no empathy whatsoever. And, that's a sure sign you're dealing with a narcissist. And this is how narcissists are, okay? They want to put you down, like, for however you're dealing with your family or your friends. They'll say, well, if you don't know how to handle these people, or blah, blah, blah. They're always critical and judgmental, like, oh, you don't know what you're doing, this, that. So, you know what that is? That's cruelty to people that are nice people. All right? That's what that is. That's cruelty to people that are nice people, because she's not a shark and she's not a nasty ass bitch. All right? He's putting her down. All right? He's losing respect for her because she's not ripping up that girl that's talking behind her back when she's coming to him for some kind of guidance and everything. You're her husband. Hello? You're her husband, and you should be giving her some nice advice instead of putting her down because she doesn't know how to handle a friend who's smearing her behind her back, all right? I was like, oh, look at this, narc-a-lurk, all right? This is exactly what they would do, right? Put you down for how you handle things. But, you guys, I'm getting a little off track here, sorry. But it all relates, all right? It all relates to how they turn out cruel, because they start to get disgusted with you. All right. They start to get disgusted with you, and they're jealous too when other people like you. They're jealous when other people show you attention. All right. That's another thing. He also criticized her outfit because he was jealous because she looked good. All right. He was jealous because she looked good and he had to put her down. All right. She's dealing with a narcissist and that girl doesn't even know it. All right. And it ain't going to get better for her. All right. I don't have much faith in what could happen with that relationship. All right. But the bottom line is, this is what happens. The narcissist gets used to you, and the narcissist feels they could talk to you any which way, all right? Because, you guys, they feel you are not going anywhere. So they feel they have you locked in. When a narcissist feels they have you locked in, they feel they could talk to you any which way. That's why the longer the relationship goes, the more the narcissist is going to step on you. Unless you put up that boundary. Unless you put up that boundary and you say, not today, Satan. You talk to me like that again, you and I are not going to be talking, or I'm not going to be here. All right. You got to be tough, you guys, or these people will walk all over you. But you also have to be independent. All right. So because, they could put you in a position where you have to follow through in those boundaries. So the bottom line is they get cruel with you because they get used to you. They get bored with you. They have another supply. Now they don't care. And, the narcissist also may not need you as much. All right. If they do need you, it's because, and they're talking to you that way, or they're treating you cruel, it's because they're confident you're not going anywhere. That's why you got to leave these people on the edge, all right? So they know that, and it's not because you're doing it intentionally. It's because you respect yourself. You've always got to be willing and able to walk away from any kind of relationship. Always, always. I tell my daughter this all the time. You've got to have your own thing, your own money, your own career, everything. You've got to have your own thing, because today or tomorrow, something goes bad with your husband or your boyfriend or whoever you're dealing with, and it could be vice versa if it was my son, all right? You're not at this person's mercy, okay? But if you're not in a position like that, you will be at this person's mercy. And this is what happens to a lot of people that are married. They're financially bound to the narcissist because they can't get out because of money, all right? They can't afford to live on their own. So there's a lot of miserable people living with narcissists that are cruel to them because they can't leave, because they can't afford to leave, all right? So narcissists, they're cruel to you in the end because they already got the supply, all right? They don't care anymore. They probably have another supply at that point in time, all right? That they're cruel. If they're being cruel to you, you could trust to believe they probably have another supply, all right, on the side that you don't even know about. Maybe somebody they're talking to, all right, or somebody on social media. Guarantee, there's somebody in the wings that they're talking to. And again, the big B, they're bored. They got bored with you, all right? So it's not you, it's that you're dealing with a narcissist who can never be satisfied, never happy. That's why it's a no-win situation with these people, all right? Get away from them. They don't appreciate. Understand this. They don't appreciate anybody. They don't appreciate jack shit. That's why you'll never be happy with these people, okay? I hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button. If you're looking for one-on-one coaching, check out the link in the bio at askgaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed. I have limited time, limited availability. Also, you guys, check out my YouTube at the Game Exposed podcast, where I have a lot of videos, over 7,000 videos. TikTok is the Game Exposed, and Facebook, Instagram is the Game EXP 123. And have a great day.